Speedy little vlog, we are going to talk about the role of choline, a B vitamin like choline, phosphatidylcholine, and its role in non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So like when your liver is accumulating a ton of fat, but you're not actually an alcoholic. So choline is a water-soluble B vitamin, and a lot of the foods that you get it from are cold water fatty fish like wild salmon, wild sardines, cod, herring, and then there's also a lot of choline in egg yolk. Choline is super essential for brain health and your nervous system as well, because choline is used for the synthesis of the neurotransmitter acetylcholine, and acetylcholine is essential for your nervous system, for your brain to actually function. It can do like excitation in your nervous system, but it's also needed for your brain to learn and encode memories. So when you are learning and you're doing information processing and you are storing new memories, you need that neurotransmitter acetylcholine to actually be there and like cause the excitation things to happen. What is really special about choline is that it is water soluble and that you can bind it onto phospholipids. And this is where it's super important in reducing risk of fatty liver disease and also just in lipid health. So phospholipids, these are fatty acids with a phosphate group on top. And then that phosphate group will also bind choline on the top. So you end up with this molecule, phosphocholine molecule, and it is a lipid with a phosphate group and choline bound to it. The lipid is hydrophobic. It doesn't like water. It likes fats. It's hydrophobic, lipophilic. It associates with fatty acids. And then the phosphate head group, that is polar and it is hydrophobic. No, it's polar, so therefore it's hydrophilic and it likes to associate with water. Choline also water soluble, so it will be bound to that phosphate part and it wants to associate with water. Phospholipids and phosphocholine are essential to cellular health, cell membrane integrity, and also forming your VLDL, LDL cholesterol, these lipoprotein particles. And it is because what a lipoprotein particle essentially is it is a sac just full of fats. It's like a fat globule, but it has to be sent around your blood. So it has to be able to hold on to all these hydrophobic, scared of water lipids, cholesterol esters, triglycerides, fat soluble vitamins, but you need to be able to get it in your water without it just like falling apart or causing bad things to happen in your blood. So you need to package it in something that's waterproof. That waterproof coat is the phospholipid layer. So these VLDL, lipoprotein, cholesterol particles that are being synthesized in your liver, you need to have them in this waterproof coating, which is made up of these phospholipids and phosphocholine. So what even are these VLDL particles? Well, basically, if you have a ton of fatty acid synthesis going on in your liver, maybe you ate like a super high fat meal, or you ate like a super insanely ridiculous high sugar meal, and you have a ton of fatty acids arriving at your liver, a ton of triglycerides arriving at your liver cannot store these triglycerides. Your liver is not specialized to store fat. Your liver is specialized to process nutrients or to detoxify. Your adipose tissue, your adipocytes, your fat cells, these are specialized to store fat. So now you've eaten so many calories or so much sugar and you have all this fat showing up in your liver. Your liver's like, I have to get rid of you. What your liver does, it takes these triglycerides and it packs them into a VLDL particle, very low density lipoprotein. And then it sends that VLDL out into your blood. That VLDL circles all around your blood to your tissues, to your muscle, to your adipocytes, and that VLDL particle is delivering triglycerides to your cells. Once that VLDL particle has delivered like all of its triglycerides, now it becomes an LDL particle and it's pretty much just full of cholesterol. So this LDL particle is now in circulation in your blood. It's holding on to cholesterol and it's deplete of triglycerides. If you're eating too many calories, too much saturated fat, you will have more of these VLDLs being synthesized in your liver and then being exported around into circulation. So you will have more triglycerides, more fats being delivered to your fat cells. Once these VLDLs deliver this huge amount of fats, if you ate like a huge amount of calories, way more than what you need, now you're gonna have even more LDLs circulating in circulation, and these are all full of cholesterol. If you have more LDL circulating in circulation, you are increasing the risk of LDL oxidation, which is increasing your risk of atherscleorsis, cardiovascular disease, heart attack, stroke. That is because if you have LDL cholesterol and that particle oxidizes, you can have macrophages, a part of your immune cells, now ingest these LDL particles to help deal with the problem. And if these macrophages are just saturated in this oxidized LDL, the macrophage can become a foam cell, and that foam cell can embed in your artery, and it can cause a huge amount of inflammation. It can occlude blood flow, and it can reduce the elasticities of your arteries. It can also increase risk of arterial damage and thrombosis. All these factors are just increasing your risk of heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure, and just bad outcomes, atherosclerosis, all that stuff. Where are we even going with this? Okay, we started off talking about choline. So that's what we just went over, was if you're eating way too many calories, way too many fats, too much sugar, that's what happens when your liver is synthesizing VLDL, and then you're increasing fat storage, and then you're increasing LDL, bad cholesterol in circulation, increasing risk of heart attack and stroke. In the case of choline is essential to actually making this waterproof VLDL package, particle. You have your phospholipids on the outside, the shell, and inside are all the fat molecules, all the hydrophobic molecules that cannot associate with water. This lipoprotein particle with the with the phosphates, with the choline on the outside. If you don't have enough phosphocholine or enough choline in your diet, your liver cannot make enough of these VLDL particles. So now when you have all this fat coming into your liver from your diet or from de novo lipogenesis, so maybe you're eating way too much sugar and now you have even more fat being synthesized in your liver. If you're low in choline, low in phosphocholine, your liver is not able to make the VLDL to export all those lipids. So after a long period of time, like extreme choline, phosphocholine deficiency, now you can increase your risk of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease because you literally have none of these waterproof lipoprotein particles to export the lipids. So these fats are stuck in your liver. There's no waterproof packing to send them into your blood to circulation, and now your liver is getting a little fatty. That is all I wanted to share with you today. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you found interesting. Let me know in the comments what you want me to expand on. And I hope you all have such a rocking day. I'm going to Supercross motorcycle show tonight, so I'm super excited. Okay, goodbye everybody. Mwah. Love you so much.